I'm Zakia Alamari, and I'm 22 years old.
I am Isaiah Gordon, and I am 23 years old.
I'm Whitney Harris, and I'm 21 years old.
I'm Cheyenne Burton, I'm 20 years old.
I'm De'Ara Thompson, and I'm 21 years old.
These are my little note cards. Okay. If you've ever heard the expression, those who can't do, teach, you can think about how I myself once pictured teaching. I never really thought that I was going to be a teacher. I kind of always viewed them as glorified babysitters that got the summers off. Back in high school, I decided to take a dual credit course that was Teacher Cadet. Me and all my best friends decided to take this class because it was an easier dual credit course. It had less assignments. It started out really, really simple. We learned a lot about the history of public education, and it was kind of a slow build up to the internship portion. Once we got to the internship, I was assigned a random second grade class at the local elementary school, dealing with 22, 7, and 8-year-olds. I realized after the first week of tears and tantrums that I did not like teaching, and this was not for me. As the weeks progressed, I started getting a little more used to it, and I started to get to know the kids. I learned their favorite games, their favorite TV shows, and I realized that they're actually little people with, little problems. I got towards the end of the 6 weeks, and I had learned a lot, but I still wasn't really convinced that teaching was for me. I was like, this was a great class experience, but I'm going to get this college credit, and then I'm going to move on from this. But one experience did kind of change my perspective. I had a student that would come in every day in her older brother's hand-me-down clothes and his 2 big shoes. She would wear these clothes every day, and it kind of isolated her from the other kids because of her appearance. She was socially awkward, and she also struggled academically, so it made her really not confident in herself. My mentor teacher took it upon herself to bring in a huge trash bag of her own child's clothes that were too small. She had actually had them in her garage for however long and decided she was going to bring them in for this student. And she presented her with a couple of pairs of shoes, and the little girl chose a pair of pink and brown cowgirl boots that she wore every day for the rest of the time that I was in my internship. And I realized after seeing the smile on her face and how much that changed her interactions with other students and how she interacted with the teacher, that this teacher really made a difference in this child's life by just giving her a pair of shoes. And so I started thinking about my own interactions with the students and my own lessons, and I started taking a little more time out to try to think about planning things that they would really enjoy. And I collected caterpillars with them at recess and even pulled out a loose tooth. And overall, at 16, I was able to have this really great experience teaching something that I never thought I was going to really like. And I realized that teachers are not just glorified babysitters, or they're not just getting paid to sit there and watch kids all day. They really are having an impact and making a difference in these kids' lives and trying to really, change the world. And I hope that one day I can really do the same thing.